Hey guys, Jonah here, back with some more beer for you. Um, and this is a bit of a weird one, linked into the last beer that I did, because it's a wild beer. Um, but it's a wild beer collaboration with Cool Head. And as we know, we like Cool Head. And this is called a Rabbit Pants. And it's a black IPA. And if you look at this, it's sort of weird, kind of, I don't know what it is, sort of weird bones or something. Who knows? But it's a black IPA of doom. We are looking at 5%. Why do things focus and then not focus? That's not good. 5%. You can probably take my word for that. There we go. Jesus. Okay. 330 can. And it is from, well, should I say Cool Head from Finland. So we're off to Finland this time. And hopefully if I do this it won't explode. It says Cool Head and Wild Beer collaboration, a black IPA brewed at Wild Beer with Cool Head, a balance between hop-powered citrus and tropical fruits and crazy dark malts and moorish drinkability. So, technically, if it's brewed at Wild Beer, then it would be in the West Country, right? I think they're near Bath or somewhere. We're going to have some rabbit pants. My good drinking buddy Zippy Viking, he likes the old West Country and all those beers and places and all sorts. Woo! And I like a nice black IPA. Weirdly, it was very on trend about maybe 10 years ago and then vanished. And I've got no idea why. People just said, oh no, it's rubbish. I think it's a fantastic style. Rabbit Pants. Doesn't say why it's called Rabbit Pants, but who knows. Half a finger, 3/4 if I'm being generous. Off-white head. Looks pretty black in the glass, but as we usually do, if we go right to the bottom, you can see round the corner and stuff, there is definitely a reddish hue. And when I'm looking directly into the light, it's not fully black, it's ready black. Ready black? Ready black. Ready pants. Wow. And on the nose, we are getting hops. We are getting kind of fruity hops. And black IPAs, traditionally, the hazy kind of IPA style hadn't really come out fully yet. So a lot of the proper old school black IPAs were based around West Coast style hops. I'm going to be interested to see if this does have tropical hops in, because that's not what we used to get. We used to get a lot of citrus, a lot of kind of grass, a lot of dankness, but from that kind of Oregon forest type dankness, as opposed to a tropical New Zealand forest, which would be, yeah, probably on point these days. Anyway, I'm going to dive in. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay. So, up front, when you're taking the beer in, you're getting kind of chocolate. It's not really roasted, it's not really coffee-like. I was getting some nice chocolate. And then as soon as I swallowed, I was getting like fresh hops, which I guess is what this style is all about, but not really in the grassy kind of way that I might have been expecting. There is kind of a bit of sort of hedgerow type, green foresty type thing, but I know what they're saying about the tropical kind of thing, although it's not full on hazy kind of tropical. Okay, I am getting a bit of grass now. And now I'm getting a bit of astringency from. There's a chocolate there. It doesn't really go super super dark. Wow, I'm getting confused because every time I kind of swallow or move my mouth around, I'm getting the hops. So the darkness comes in, but it does have a bit of astringency, but it doesn't have a coffee-like taste. It's just kind of bitter from really, really dark malts. Patent malt being an example. Oh, it's definitely not kind of chocolate malt. But then the hops are there. Wow. I wish it had said what hops there were because I'm not really getting tropical unless it's like a tropical forest, like a rainforest, kind of a rainforest in your mouth. And then there's the kind of citra, kind of green grass, verdant thing. But it's, I mean, this black IPAs are always a kind of weird balance of malts fighting against hops. And usually the hops kind of win. In this one, it's definitely a game of two halves because the bitterness is there, but I don't think it's the bitterness from the hops used. It's a bitterness coming from the extreme dark malts, in my opinion, anyway. It does taste pretty hoppy though, but it's more generic kind of hops. Apart from the grassiness, which I'm assuming is some type of citra or citra derivative. And then there is a very, very light hint of tropical fruits towards the end. But yeah, it's that weird bitterness. If this is the hazy example of black IPA, I would say please, please give me the old style. Not that it's bad, but it's definitely, it's not in a nice balance. The hops and the malts are kind of fighting each other for your taste buds. And that it's not bad, but I just don't like that kind of style. I like it more where everything molds together for a certain united front, shall we say, as opposed to a punk style beer, you know, when not as in Brewdog punk, I mean punk as in fighting the two polar kind of opposites, fighting each other. Malts on this side, hops on this side, bang, bang, bang in the middle. The other thing is the body as well. I haven't really said anything about that, but it's quite a light beer. There's not that much kind of substance to it. There's no sort of mouth feel, as it were. There's mouth taste, definitely, but it's a little bit thin, if you know what I mean, a little bit watery, that kind of thing going on. Hasn't changed my opinion about black IPA. And I have to say, it hasn't changed my mind about wild beer because I do like wild beer. They make some really nice beers. Cool head. Not sure, dude. Not sure about you guys. Wish I tried another beer from them because Finnish beers I don't really know too much, and I wouldn't be surprised if they outsource and contract brew quite a lot, purely from the fact that Finland is bloody cold most of the time. And I know there's forests and weird stuff like that, and I do know that they like their beer. Don't get me wrong, but oh, a bit of carbonation there. I demand to see more Finnish beer. Guys, you take care. I've probably rambled long enough. Wow, that is quite carbonated. It's kind of repeating on me, so I do apologise as always. But drinking beer fast for you guys, especially when it's on tape, has some unfortunate carbonation. Um, yeah, what should we say? Expulsions, something like that. Guys, this has been Uncle Jonah drinking the beer so you don't have to. Click like and subscribe. We'll be back real soon for more beers and more of me talking nonsense. Cheers, guys.